they getting away with this? We're literally seeing the crime in 4K. He's documenting it, he's posting it on the internet, he's talking about it, and no one's doing nothing about it. Coach Greg, in today's video, we've got another teenager who's been made famous for all the wrong reasons. I previously have done a video on this guy as he was only 16 years of age and on Tren. And since that video, do you think he realized the error of his ways, that he thought about it and he's cleaned up his act? No. He's actually doubled down. He recently was featured on CBS News for being a moron. Now, bro's been 16 for perhaps his entire life because every video for I don't know how long, he's always seems to be 16.
If your teenage son is on social media, he could be following so-called looks maxers. And some of these personalities dole out potentially dangerous advice on doing extreme body makeovers.
The trend of the looks maxers, people trying to maximize their physical appearance by using steroids, bone smashing, and so on, it's gone viral and we need it to stop.
How does a 16-year-old look like this?
A lot of steroids and a lot of working out, honestly.
Steroids.
Yeah.
Now, the first thing I have to ask is this: where the fuck are the parents? Like, imagine allowing your 16-year-old to go on to this news show to admit to the world that you're abusing drugs that are illegal, Schedule 3, and to show the clip on the news, and I'm gonna read it. Your parents are afraid of you doing drugs and alcohol. My parents are afraid of me blasting roids. I don't understand how they think this is okay. As parents, don't we have to try to protect our kids' image? You're not only letting them use and abuse the steroids, but you're actually promoting it to the world by allowing them to be on a national show. Imagine having parents like that. I just don't understand how this is allowed. And so we have a photo of Tren Balone. He's explaining how he learned how to use this, and it all comes down to social media.
Why wait 10 years to like reach a physique when I can do it in less than a year?
And so they show him here. It says 16 years old, 500 test, 80 Tren, and 50 Anavar. Are you freaking kidding me? That is his first cycle. That is a lot. Tren for your first cycle. I mean, no one would recommend this. I don't care if he's watching Togi, Clavicular. None of them are telling 16-year-olds to use Tren for their first cycle. When he starts his cycle, he wants to ascend. Popularized by Clavicular, which means that you're going to look better. You're going to get better. Do you really think that a 15 or 16-year-old kid needs to use steroids in order to look and feel better?
I was fat, ugly, like short, I'd say.
Fat, ugly, and short. It's called puberty. I started out as fat, ugly, and short. Well, I'm still two of those things, but at least I'm not fat. You go on a diet, a calorie deficit. You start doing triathlons, you bike ride, you run, you swim, and you will in fact lose some weight. You do not need testosterone and Tren in order to do so. And so they show his image. Yeah, he's not skinny. Does anyone think that he wouldn't have ascended? Go through puberty when your body releases more testosterone, you start growing taller, growth hormones release, and so on. You don't need to fast track it in order to get there. And so they show him here. I mean, I cannot believe that he's been 16 this entire time. You're going to try to tell me that he went from this appearance, overweight and so on, with basically no muscles whatsoever, to looking like he does right now in under a year? It was 9 months ago that I recorded the video. He had already ascended. And so how long did it actually take? A couple of days? Bro looks like he got older. He lost a significant amount of weight. He put on some muscle, lost some fat. I don't believe that all this transpired while he was 16. He most certainly started when he was younger, or he's older than that right now. Mom, why are you suddenly leaner, taller, always bruised around your belly button, and so easily susceptible to anger? Steroids, testosterone, and Tren don't make you taller. You don't take steroids and think you're going to grow. This is ridiculous. Next, you don't inject steroids around your belly button. That also a lie. Steroids are done intramuscular or they're taken orally, as in with pills. Susceptible to anger. Well, it could be because he's a teenager. Even without steroids, you can get angry. Not that steroids can't accelerate that. And not to mention, if you're on a diet, you're in a calorie-restricted diet, you're trying to get shredded, you can be hangry. And so just because your child is suddenly angry, aggressive, doesn't mean they're on steroids. They might just be a normal teenager trying to navigate life. He's got a needle on the ear, a needle in his mouth, needles in the captions, and we're somehow supposed to promote this. Why are his parents letting him post these images? What is going on with society? Why is Child Protective Services not removing this child from his neglected parents? I don't understand. Like, it's literally on the news. Oh, we didn't know about it. It's on the news. Go and arrest his parents right now. Like, how are they getting away with this? We're literally seeing the crime in 4K. He's documenting it. He's posting it on the internet. He's talking about it. He's literally telling us of the neglect, the fact that his parents are doing what they're supposed to, which is illegal. And no one's doing nothing about it. Let's change this from steroids to alcohol or recreational substances. Would it then be okay?
How does a 16-year-old look like this?
A lot of steroids and a lot of working out, honestly.
Steroids.
Joking around about it. 50% natty. Not only that, I'm looking on his profile on TikTok. 16-year-old, 100% natty. And then it says Pep Source, and it's got a Discord for it. How is it okay for a 16-year-old to promote the use of illegal drugs? He even has a chat group. If you click the link, you can join a group about peptides and so on. Imagine thinking that this is okay.
I find it really ironic that he's wearing a Togi shirt for this interview, because if you know anything about Togi, he openly said that he had a horrible health situation from literally what he ran.
Does anyone not think that Togi is a negative influence? Sure, he's funny, he's hilarious, but when 16-year-olds watch his content, what do you think will become of it?
This kid is saying that he is staying as safe as possible, his health markers look in check.
As safe as possible and using tren at 16 should not be in the same sentence. I mean, this is ridiculous. Hey, don't worry about me, Mom. I'm going out to party with my friends. We're going to do a lot of sniffing math and doing vitamin K. We're going to be really safe, though, tonight. You're not going. Do you understand that this is not a reasonable sentence to put together? You can't say that you're doing tren safely at 16. Do you really think that any of this is a learning experience? What these kids are seeing is, if you use tren, you're going to look better, you're going to make the news, and everyone is going to love you. You'll probably get sponsored by a peptide site, and you'll perhaps go on to make millions of dollars. What they're forgetting is that they're going to die younger. They don't care. I mean, this reminds me of movies when I would watch when I was a kid. It would sell your soul to the devil. You would, for example, say, yep, I will go to hell for the rest of my life, but I will live as a superstar for this year. Once the year is up, it's all over, and you're going to have some regrets.
So how long have you been on?
I'd say about like the last 10 months.
Why didn't he just wait? The ascension doesn't have to take a couple of months. It's more in fun for delayed gratification. The harder you have to work for it, for the longer, the better. You have your whole life to get it together. You don't have to be on steroids, abusing tren to get a look that is better than last time. Remember, it's about, can you look better tomorrow than you can today and look better today than you did yesterday? You don't need to rush it.
These are steroids.
This is like the strongest one you can basically get or take.
The strongest one you can basically get. Like, let's throw it out the window and say it's okay for 16-year-olds to use steroids. Let's pretend that that's okay. You still wouldn't use tren. No one on their first cycle should be using the strongest steroid of all. It doesn't make sense.
One of the most toxic.
Yeah, one of the most toxic.
That you are injecting into your body every single day.
Yeah, I mean, they use it on cows.
How is this okay? Where are the parents? I mean, you got to understand, he's a friggin' child. He's 16 years of age. He doesn't know how stupid he is, how moronic. And so his parents do. They're adults. Where are the providers? Where are Child Protective Services? I don't understand how this is okay. Like, this baffles me. It's illegal. He's harming his body, and no one's doing anything about it.
Is a powerful anabolic steroid developed for livestock, not humans, and is a classified Schedule III drug, making the possession or distribution without a prescription illegal.
Possession is illegal. He's possessing it. Arrest him. Arrest his parent. Like, how is this okay?
Status, arrested.
They haven't even blurred out his face. He's a 16-year-old. We see his face on TV, and he has a popular account on TikTok. Tens of thousands of followers. How is that account not taken down? My account has been taken down multiple times. I can't go on TikTok, it's been canceled. But yet we allow this.
Are you not worried that you could do real harm to your body?
And I know what can come with it. I'm just gonna do it the safest way possible. If I have a heart attack at 30, I have a heart attack.
And so when you're 16 years of age and you say, hey, if I have a heart attack at 30, it's at 30. That's like a lifetime away because he's only 16. And so in comparison, I'm 50. If I said, if I have a heart attack at 100, a lifetime away, I'm 50 times 2, it's 100. I'm like thinking, that's pretty good. It's not so bad. And so when he's only 16 saying this, in his mind, in his young mind that's not yet developed, that he doesn't know what he's saying, he's thinking 30 is actually old. Like, if I make it to 30, a heart attack, so what? Bro, you won't be saying that when you're 30, nor 40, nor 50.
Do you think you would have gotten on steroids without social media?
No.
Full stop. Without social media, without, for example, Togi, which is literally on his shirt right now in this interview, I do believe he would have worn that on purpose. It's a hard no. Can you understand how we all need to do better? The world that doesn't care. All the world cares about is clicks and views and getting people's attentions at all costs. Whether it's horrible or not, people, they know how to hack the system. You do crazy shit, horrible things, and you get the attention of others. You go viral. You make money. But it's not okay. And so, listen, at his age, at 16, he's too young to be even using Turk Max. If you get older and you're contemplating using steroids, before you use steroids, please continue to stay natural. At least get on Turk Max first. Try to maximize your natural genetic potential. Remember, I'm not being a hypocrite. I was in my 30s before I ever started using steroids. I competed in 42 bodybuilding competitions first. I had trained over 20 years. That's more than 2 decades natural. I had an amazing physique. I didn't need to use steroids. In my 30s, I decided, hey, I want to get a pro carb. Hey, if you're an adult and you can make it that far and you've trained for 20 years and you decide, hey, I'm going to use some tests. Hey, I don't think you should, but at least you're older. If you're 16 and you're already started, it's too young. Please say no. We need to do better. We need to stop this trend. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like the video if you like it. Now remember, if you are in fact already on the performance-enhancing drugs, you can go to AlgoRx, get your blood work taken, and perhaps you need enclomiphene or you need HRT, you need peptides, you want to do things that are above board. Pharmaceutical prescribed by a doctor from compounding pharmacies. You want to go the healthy route with blood work and so on. AlgoRx, that's where you go. None of this gray area scammy sites where you can't trust exactly what you're getting. And if you want to get the cheapest prices, perhaps in the world, I dare you to compare AlgoRx to, for example, Merck Health. Compare the prices. When you see it's about half price to their competition, you will thank me later for dramatically cheaper prices of the top quality compounding pharmacies. Nothing non-pharmaceutical. Don't forget to enter code Greg. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algo for AlgoRx. Don't forget to watch one of those 2 bloops. And so if you want coaching plans by me and my team, if you want to become a sponsored athlete or carry the supplements in your stores and or gyms, click the link in the description. And until next time, I am out.